Hello, we're doing an itty bitty today, you guys. I'm gonna be on high speed today because baby's napping. I've only got a few minutes and then I gotta be back up there. The kids are really good with her, but mom life. As always, Chaos Friday. So today, up on the website. So y'all, I actually need to take a quick poll from you guys. We are thinking about adjusting the listings because right now there's a cup listing, a vinyl listing, a sublimation print listing, and then there's going to be bundle listings. So what we're thinking about the cup, the sublimation print, and the vinyl all being in one listing just as a drop-down menu. So you're going to either choose how you want the image. You want it on a cup, you want it on a vinyl, or you want it on a sublimation print. Because today's deals is so overwhelming and so intense because like one thing has three listings. So for example, like this tumbler yesterday, you had the option to get it as a tumbler, then a separate listing for a vinyl, and then a separate listing for an a sublimation print. So I think it's going to become a drop down menu just to declutter today's deals and to declutter the website because there's so much. But you guys are going to have to kind of train yourself to see it and know it'll say pre-sublimated tumbler, it's vinyl wrap or sublimation, like one or, and then you're going to select from the drop down menu which one you want. That way it declutters today's deals. I'm going to get a gut vibe on what you guys think about that. I think it's going to be easier to shop the website, but you tell me. You're on your side. Just when I go into today's deals, I'm like, holy moly. But today is an itty bitty mix, so it's going to be the really really tiny stones, the fours and the fives. This is all fours and all fives. There's nothing bigger. It's all fours and all fives. Um, it is super duper pretty. If you go on the website, you can see the matching tumblers. There's also a hat that we launched today. The hat was kind of supposed to launch yesterday. Not kind of. It went with yesterday's. Um, no, what? Hold on. It went with yesterday's rhinestone mix. Okay, so it's got the bright. TikTok is weird. It's got a shadow over it. No, no. TikTok has a weird filter. Dang it. Um, so it's got the bright wings. It says "Creeping It Real," and it's the trucker hat, the mesh hat. Okay, super workable bill, whether you like them flat, bent, however you like it. It will come just like this, and you can rhinestone on it, do all your detailed rhinestones on it. I have my detailed hat that I have to show as an example, but it's up at the house because I was supposed to work on it last night. But I did finish my cup. So this is, if you missed Fairy Bubble yesterday, Fairy Bubble was a neon mix. It was a neon pink, neon orange, yellow, green, blue, and purple. And this was the mix from yesterday. There's about 30 of these left. They are 50-gram bags, and they're $12.25 for a 50-gram bag. Okay, so this mix is up on the website. And then I rhinestoned this for my little Jetsi. She is in love with it. She's already been using it. It's wet inside. I rinsed it all out because she's already been drinking water out of it today. And she was so excited about this. So I diligently worked on this last night and got it done for her. I kept it simple. Could I go in there and rhinestone all the black and white? Could I go in and rhinestone details around the dragon? Yes. But my kids are extremely difficult on cups. I did one for Vera, the spooky bat, and I just did the wings and what did I do on there? The moon. I did the moon and the wings on the bat, and she loves it and she's claimed it as hers. So I was like, I'm gonna do one for Jetsi, keep it simple, but make her own little rhinestone tumbler. And so this is what I did yesterday. So this is yesterday's fairy bubble mix. And there's about 30 of these left. If you're doing a 20-ounce tumbler top to bottom, you need 2 bags. It will cover the whole tumbler. To do a detail like this, you probably only need 1 bag. Um, if you want to do a 30-ounce tumbler top to bottom, completely covered, you're going to want 3 bags. So if that helps. Okay, then this is one of the tumblers that launched yesterday. And then we also had like 4 other tumblers with neon pattern, different bright colored designs on them that you could also use this stone mix with. Then also like the character swirl that I did would take all those bright neon stones, would be beautiful on there. But this is the one, I just wanted to show this off. So this is yesterday's mix. If you missed this mix yesterday, you can rewatch this live. It is already posted to our Facebook page and our YouTube channel. It's a live, and we mixed this on the live yesterday. So you can watch this be mixed yesterday. Okay, so that is up from yesterday. Like I said, there's about 30 of that one left. Now today we're gonna do an itty bitty mix. If you're new and unfamiliar, our itty bitties are size 4s and 5s. Is going to be a rhinestone mix. It's like a tiny little batch, but you get like a little scoop of it. Shoot, I was gonna go. Lilu, no ma'am. My little 2-pound Yorkie is at my feet, just staring at me. Girl, girl. Hold on, let me pull it up. Sorry, I'm getting the exact. I don't want to misspeak. You know me. I try to do things from memory, and I have the absolute worst memory. So give me just a sec. Authentication code. Come on. Such a pain in the butt. Sorry, guys. I'm just looking up the portions of this one because I forget. This is only our second itty bitty. This is only the second itty bitty that we did. The last one sold out really fast. Give me just a second. So I have to go into our back office to look it up. The Lumen's petals. Okay, they're only $3.50 for the portion. I'm just want to make sure I 1/2 teaspoon. Okay, I brought over both because I couldn't remember. Nope, I did not bring over a 1/2 teaspoon, but I will show you guys. So it's a 1/2 teaspoon portion, but it's only $3.50. Yes, I could have done a whole teaspoon, make it look like there's a whole lot more in a bag, but then it's $7, and you might only need one bag. You might not need that many stones for whatever project that you're working on, so you don't need the bit larger portion. So why have to spend the $7 to get the larger portion? So we cut the portion in half to a 1/2 teaspoon, which doesn't sound like a lot, but it's quite a few little stones. But it's only $3.50. So you decide the size project that you have and how many of the stones you need. And at $3.50, if you want to buy 20 of these bags, you can buy 20 bags. It doesn't matter. But we always try to keep, yeah, thank you, Maddie. We always try to keep the pricing reasonable so that you can choose how many portions and not have to break your bank to get them. Because let's say you only need like 3 portions, but you'd have to buy 2 bags to get it. You're spending $14 instead of just like $10. So anyway, for us, it's always about trying to get you guys in a price point where you choose how much you need and how much you want to spend on quantity. That's why like our bags are in 50-gram bags, not 100-gram bags, so that you can buy 2. But if you only need 1, you're not pigeoned into buying a double bag. So Creeping It Real is up on the website. This is our trucker hat. If you have not done these, you guys, we have a rhinestone starter kit. It comes with a glue, a rhinestone picker pencil, a rectangle tray, a triangle tray, the basic tools that you need to rhinestone. The same glue that you use on your tumblers can be the same glue that you use on your hat. So these are the trucker hats. So if doing a full tumbler is maybe out of your price range as well, or you just want to try something in the world of rhinestones, the hats are only $10, so they are considerably cheaper than a tumbler, and you can still rhinestone and do the details on here. Sorry, I brought my Yorkies down with me today. Turbo. He's very protective. This is what I mean by details. So you just literally take the image and you rhinestone around the detail of the image. You can do as much or as little as you want as the rhinestones go. So this beauty, she's up today, Creeping It Real. Our little Halloween vibed one. Everybody in the warehouse we all unanimously voted for this one because we love this design. So this one is what is to this week's trucker hat. We also, if this is not your jam, we also have one that says "Let Them," and it's beautiful sunflower and blue roses, I believe, or blue sunflowers maybe, on there. And it's really pretty. It's blue, like aquamarine and yellow, and it says "Let Them" with hearts and stuff. So this is our next trucker hat that launched. Okay, so we've only got 2. We just started launching these. Now up on today for today's mix, we also have 2 new tumblers. You can see that there's color wise. This one has an unbelievable, ooh, you guys, this one has a absolutely stunning stone. If you have seen, I think it's Mushu of our Chameleon Mica Flakes, where it's green and it shifts to purple, like bright purple, like hunter green, bright purple hunter green, with a little bright green flashes in there. One of these micro stones that are going into this itty bitty mix Their size 4s and 5s are they're color shift like that. They're like a chameleon mica flake. They're so pretty. So because of that, that always makes me think of dragon. So we went in with dragon today, and you see we've got the purple, we've got the aquamarine, so greens in the dragon, in the wings. So those stones go here beautifully. And then we also did a hummingbird. Now, if doing them on a tumbler, like I said, is you already have a way to sublimate at home, you can buy these both as a print. All of our sublimation tumblers also come as sublimation prints. So if you already have a sublimation press and the tumblers at home, you can just buy the prints and wrap and press them yourself. If you don't have either of those options, but you also have tumblers at home, so you don't sublimate, you can get a vinyl wrap. So you can wrap you can vinyl wrap them and then glitter the butts and add a pinch of glitter to the epoxy and epoxy over the top. You need a dragon decal. We always have dragon decals coming. We know you guys are huge dragon fans. Like there's a love of dragons and dinosaurs in our household because of little Jetsy Lou, so I'm always gravitating towards that stuff. But you guys also submit feedback. TikTok does this every time. They make me like I apparently talk about the website or something, and then they tell me I can't do that. I'm like, I'm talking about my own brand. As long as you're talking about your own brand, they don't care. So sorry. You can vinyl wrap the tumbler yourself, or if you want to use it for something else, like you're making a notebook and you want a notebook cover or a tabletop or whatever you're doing, or you're making a clipboard, or you want to cover the top of your computer, we sell the vinyl wrap. Okay, so you can buy the printed vinyl, a sublimation print, or a tumbler. All those options are under today's deals. So these guys, the dragon and the hummingbird, are today. You can see there's a lot of colors in there, so you can kind of gauge what's coming. Now, like I said, those actually work with yesterday's stones as well, because yesterday's stones were all those neons: neon pink, orange, yellow, green, blue, and purple was a neon rainbow mix. And so those have so many bright and tons of colors. You could also do those tumblers and the hat. So if you want itty bitty bitty stones for your hat, then today's mix would probably work. If you want the neon rainbow stones that go kind of with this rainbow, then yesterday's rhinestone mix, and just use the 6s, use the SS6s, and do all your details in this pretty wing. If you are on TikTok, I don't know what's going on. There is a filter on that I did not turn on. It's kind of like a cloudy filter. So, and I don't know how to get it off. Oh shoot, now what do I do? Oh no, I've touched things. No, I don't want, how do I get rid of the comments? Swipe left to close. Swipe left to close. Oh my gosh, there we go. Sorry. Stop touching the screen, Summer. For some reason it's cloudy. This is very bright colors. It's like neon red, orange, yellow, green, and purple, like super bright colors. But on TikTok, it shows there's like a filter. I don't know, it's a pain. Super cute. Okay, so that's today. But we're going to be doing the micro mix. So the itty bitty. Sorry, it's an itty bitty, not the micro. Okay, so we've got an itty bitty. Now, if you've never joined us for an itty bitty, these are teensy, teensy, tiny stones. It's going to look like a tiny little portion. There are, let me look up how many we have available. Today's deals. Hi, baby. Hi, baby. You're so teeny. You're so teeny. There are 80 sets of these available. Okay, so let's get going. Okay, we're going to start with the blue. Okay, so this is going to be a really, really vibrant royal blue. Again, these are all tiny stones. These are going to be SS5s and 4s. This is a micro itty bitty mix. This is for doing a lot of your detail work, or if you're working on a project and you need little stones to fit in the cracks. If you're doing like a jewel tone tumbler and you need little bitty stones to fit in the cracks, this is going to be your jam. Okay, so these have multi-tones on them. So it's like it flashes from like a light, super light ocean blue. Oh, I hate this filter on TikTok today. I don't know what's going on. So it filters from like a light blue to like a very vibrant blue and a dark blue. So it's very, very, very multi-toned. Try to get you guys a better angle. There we go. Okay, if you've never seen rhinestones mixed before, this is going to be a custom mix on the website. When it's gone, it's gone. And it's called, this one is called Mystical Magic. There's no finished product photo on the website because we're mixing it now, so I didn't have a finished product photo. But what you see me mix is what you're going to be getting. Okay, so these super vibrant blue stones are the first one in. Okay, then we got littler, those are 5s, and these are 4s. Okay, so these have a little bit of a smoke and a little bit of a lavender to them. So these are a slightly lighter blue, and these are gonna flash with like an opal flash of like lavender. Like if you mixed Dave and Simon together, plus a little hint of, I'm trying to think of our Gavin. That's what these are. These are all of our holographic, but these are like opal, and they've got like a soft, a soft champagne kind of color to a lavender to a blue. Sorry, we get every stone in these mixes. So this one is only $3.50 per portion. We do smaller portions so that way you can choose how many portions you want to get. They're only $3.50. You are welcome to buy 30 sets. We don't care how many you buy. We just portion them out. So if you only need one small portion to do the little nooks and crannies in a different tumbler or different projects, you're not pigeonholed into spending a ton of money to get a big old bag full. So, okay, so these are a $3.50 buy. Okay, so we got the vibrant blue, and then we got kind of like the blue, it's kind of like a blue jean blue, but with a little bit of a lavender hue on it. And then to kind of take over with that, because that's got like that soft lavender in it, we're gonna add some mauve. Okay, so we're gonna go in with mauve. Oops, this bag got weird. Okay, so we're gonna add our mauve. Let me put them in. If you haven't seen this, I love, this is like a soft lilac. It's kind of like a pinky lilac. These are crazy sparkly. This stone manufacturer that we get these from are spectacular. They are crazy sparkly. Okay. So this is called Mystical Magic on the website. So that little bit of lavender is really going to draw out the lavender hue in those opal blues. And they're going to really work side by side together. And then we've got this one. So that one's more of like a light mauve. And then we have this guy. This is going to be more of a dark, deep lilac. These are all SS5s. This is an SS6. These are 4s, 5s, and 6 in this mix. So you can see this is more of a deep, rich lilac. It's going to be a darker, kind of like complementary to that mauve. If you got the Garden of Eden tumbler, this would be a beautiful mix for that Garden of Eden. This is also going to be beautiful for like the, is it called Lilac Butterfly? Lilac Butterfly? I don't want to think it's purple. I think it's Lilac Butterfly, the name of it. This would also be good on the pumpkin. How pretty would this be for this tumbler? We got all the pinks, the lavenders, and the blues on here. Yes. Okay. So there we go. Now we're going to go in with our fuchsias. These are only $3.50. They do sell out. Our itty bitties do sell out quickly. There are going to only be 80. Like if you go on the website looking for other itty bitties, there are none. They do sell out. So this is this week's itty bitty. These are glass. So for all of our glass rhinestoners, this is going to be your jam. Okay, these are 4s and 5s. Sorry, 4s and 6s. Okay, so this is going to be a really pink. It's like I said, they're never just they're never just pink. All these stones all flash like multi-tones of different pinks flash off of there. It's spectacular. Okay. Hi guys, as you guys are popping in. And then our next stone is our showstopper stone going into this one. Sorry, every tiny little stone counts with these guys. All right, so the next stone going in is our showstopper stone. Oops, I got one more pink. These are the 5s. So we had 4s, 5s, and 6s of that color. Sorry, you guys, my little 2-pound Yorkie, she's the absolute princess of the whole house. I gotta pick her up. She's gonna just keep staring at me. She's just like, she's the size of a Snickers bar, and she just wants to sit right behind me. She's a princess. She needs to be touching me at all times. She does not like that she's on the ground. Okay, now this is the showstopper stone. This is going to be 4s, 5s, and 6s in this mix. This is the chameleon stone. This is the one I was talking about. That color shifts between the purple, fuchsia, blue, and green. I'm going to put the tiny ones in. I'm going to show you the what they look like with using the slightly larger stone because it shows the color off better. So there is the 4s. Here's the 5s. And then the 6. And then we got our 6s. All right, so here's the ones that I'll show you. This shows off the color a little better on camera. The other one, I mean, you can see the other ones right away, but this on camera, they're harder to see because they're smaller. So it shifts from like a dark hunter green to a light green to a fuchsia to a purple. There's some blue in there. And this is going to be like a chameleon mica flakes. Your eyes won't adjust to them. So this is going to be like your Camellia Mica Flakes stone. Again, this is a micro, or sorry, this is an itty bitty. Our micros are slightly larger. Our micros are 6s and 10s. This is 4s, 5s, and 6s. Okay, so this is an itty bitty mix of glass stones. Oops, I put way too much on there. The itty bitty mix is only $3.50 a portion. $3.65. I'm sorry, I said that number wrong. It's $3.65 per portion. TikTok is a bummer today because TikTok's usually the best, but because there's some weird kind of filter on. I did not choose a filter. It just automatically did it. And then once the live started, I couldn't get rid of it. At least I don't know how to. Do you have a special glue that you use on your tumblers with the rhinestones? Yes. So if you go on our website, go to iwantglitter.com. You're going to click on today's deals. Right at the top, there's a rhinestone starter set. And it comes with a set of our glue, a rhinestone picker pencil, a tray, rectangle tray that you see me using here, a little triangle tray, and it's $5. Now you can buy our glue individually. It's like $3.50 to buy just the glue. But if you need a little starter set and the rhinestone picker pencil, I cut it in half. No. Turbo, stop. Okay. So yes, but you can use B7000, you can use E6000, depending on the project. You can use Gemtac, you can use Liquid Fusion. I just absolutely prefer our glue or B7000. Okay, so here we go. This is our mix. Tiny little bowl. It's called Mystical Magic. The photo on the website, the little icon that we use, is very representative of like the colors that are going to be in this mix. Very jewel tony, very dragon scaly. And you're going to get those blues, those mauves, those lilacs, and then that absolutely stunning chameleon stone. Super pretty. So you're very welcome. Yep. The website is iwantglitter.com. You're going to find this right at the top of today's deal. It's called Mystical Magic. And if you spend $25 on the website, it will automatically drop to free shipping. And then if you spend $35 on the website, there is a freebie today. There's a free UVDTF. So if you spend $35, add that freebie to your shopping cart. And then as always, there's always a free mini UVDTF on our website. For every single order you place, you can add that free mini UVDTF to your order. It's always there. This is an example of a mini. Stop, Turbo. These are minis. So this one's like a little sunflower, sunset, celestial moon, and then the butterfly. These are not exactly what you're going to get, but this is like the little mini size. They work really well on the bottoms of your tumblers, keychains, pen wraps. Put them on your glitter pens. But we'll send you one of these, not this particular, but one free mini UVDTF. Every time you place an order, you can add one to your shopping cart. Y'all hoard them. We know you do. It's cute. All of our regulars have like hundreds and hundreds of them. If you forget it on one order, the next time you place an order, say, "Ooh, you know what? I forgot my UVD, my free mini on my last order. Can I please have two?" And they will, if they see your note, they will put two in. We are not stingy. We have thousands of them. We enjoy giving them to you guys. And they're fun. They're a great way to practice with UVDTF. So if you've never tried a UVDTF, they're great practice. Let's get these guys rock and rolling. Okay, so you have that super pretty, that stone that's like it. Sometimes you're like, "Ooh, that's that green or is that purple?" And that's going to be that chameleon stone where you're not even quite sure. And then you have those purples, you have those mauves, you have those opal blues, and then you have that metallic, deep, rich blue. But it's hard to show on camera because they're so tiny. Sometimes if I change the angle of the camera, you guys get better lighting. They're so itty bitty. But if you're a regular to following us and you've bought from us before, you already know I don't do anything ugly. Okay, so the website is iwantglitter.com. You're going to click on today's deals and you can find this there. This is an itty bitty mix. And then the tumblers that we picked to go along with this today are going to be these guys just because they have a lot of colors, a lot of vibrancy, lots of blues, purples, mauves inside here. We also have tons of other tumblers. Like you could use the mauve and the lilac on the cherry tumbler. It would also be beautiful on this tumbler with the pinks and the purples and the mauves and the blues on there. So there's always lots of different versions of different tumblers on our website that you can kind of see the colors there and then go look through the website and peek around. If you're not good at, if you like struggle with putting together a tumbler with the stones from the website, which I get, some of our stone mixes don't even get pictures because they sell so quickly. So you're like, I don't know what magical mystical is because I can't see it. We have bundles. Excuse me, we have bundles where we have taken the tumbler, we've picked out the stones that go with it, and we sell it as a bundle with the tumblers and the stone mixes. So if you go under tumbler bundles on the website, you will find the stone mixes and the tumblers together, and then you can grab one of those and then grab one of the starter mix, the starter rhinestone starter kits. Comes with one of these trays, a glue. Sorry, my glue is very heavily used. And a rhinestone picker pencil. This is half. It gets long, and then I cut it in half, and I turn it into two. And this little set, and there's a little triangle tray that comes with it, a little triangle rhinestone tray also. And it's only $5. So this is like your basic tool set. Now, when you really dive into this, there's a lot of big, crazy tools that you can get to do rhinestoning. Still to this day, the only other thing that I change now is that I work with a bigger tray. Sometimes I work with these little trays depending on the project, but I work in a bigger tray because I have shaky hands. I have a real hard, and when I have to shimmy shake the tray, sometimes my hand jerks extra and then the stones go flying because it's so little. There's no extra space for my extra, like, it's almost like restless legs, but in my arms. So I use slightly larger trays. So when I shimmy, the stuff doesn't go flying. There's a bird in here for sure. I just heard it cheeping. So the rhinestone starter set is $5. It's on the website. You save $1 when you're buying it as a bundle. And then when you get the tumbler bundles, you're also saving. And they come with a little sorting tray. So the tumbler bundles, and it will say whether they're resin or glass. Some of them are resin, some of them are glass. So you can choose if you prefer a resin or glass tumbler. This is yesterday's mix. If you missed this mix yesterday, it is a neon resin AB stone mix. So that the AB means it's kind of like an opalescent stone. And it's got the neon pink, orange, yellow, green, blue, and purple all mixed together in the mix, all in sizes SS6 all the way up to SS20s in the mix. And so I did this tumbler last night to show off this mix. I thought it really, really showcased it well. And this is one of the tumblers that we launched yesterday. So there was only 30 of these sets left when I came live today. But this mix also will work. You can use all the SS6s and detail line outwork this guy or detail out. And you can also put it on like these guys. You can turn this into like a really, really bright version, or even this dragon. I mean, all the tumblers from yesterday work amazingly with it. Or you can do even the tumblers from today and the hat from today. Okay. And in person is so good. It's so good. Also, the character swirl. This one has a lot of those bright colors on it. It would be really, really good on the character swirl as well. This one is done in glass, so this is a different set that I've done that one in, but I'm just showing it to you guys as an example. I'm trying to think of, look at something else for the neons. We have so many tumblers. There's like 150 different tumblers on the website. You can just kind of poke through and look up sublimated tumblers and you can go in there. All of our sublimated tumblers also, if you see it as a tumbler and you're like, I love that, but I can sublimate myself, you can just buy the sublimation print and sublimate it yourself. Or, hi, Sticker XO. I'm still around. I started filming again this week. And then they also come as a vinyl wrap. So if you just want to wrap it or use it for a different project that isn't even a tumbler, like doing a computer cover or a notebook or a clipboard or something, you can buy a vinyl wrap as well and then vinyl it and then rhinestone. You can do a flood coat of epoxy over the top of it or whatever and then rhinestone. Yes. So that is, I'm going to have to call time because I got to go because my kiddo, my baby was asleep. And I'm sure she's probably going to be waking up, if not already awake. Supposed to be moving soon. We don't know an exact move date. We will be closing escrow on Tuesday, but I don't know the close date because I got to make sure I'm wrapped up, ready to go here, and I've got to take everything I'm going to need to California to keep doing lives and filming and doing all that stuff. So, yes, but the website is iwantglitter.com. You're going to click on today's deals. That's where you're going to find everything from today. We have a super huge website. It's very robust. We have like a lot for you there. But like I said, we have the basic working rhinestoning tools for you. It's a rhinestone starter kit. And then we have all the things. All right. We have tons of glitter. If you're new, we love glittering our butts. Adding a little zhuzh of stuff to the bottoms of these tumblers. You can also add then the mini UV DTFs on the bottom. We also, this one, we have just the butt done. It's waiting for epoxy. And then this one has the butt done and epoxy on the top with glitter in it. So we glittered over the top of the sublimation tumbler. We added just a pinch to the epoxy. These are glass. It shouldn't be listed as resin. This says glass. Today's mix is glass. The itty bitty is glass. This is resin. Today's mix is glass. This is yesterday's mix. We love to glitter our butts. All right. So I will see you guys later. Thank you guys for hanging out. The website is iwantglitter.com. You're going to click on today's deals. The coupon code to get all the glitter on the website is glitter50. If you're on YouTube or Instagram, it's right at the bottom of your screen. Facebook, TikTokers, it's glitter50 in all capital letters and then 50. And that's going to give you half price off of all the glitter on the website. All right. And if you're new, get all the live mixes. They're amazing. Oh, I see yep. I see, caught it. Yeah. The title says glass, but the listing says resin. So got it. Yeah, these are resin. Thank you, Lynn. All right. Thank you, guys. We will see you guys later. Bye, everyone. Get out of here, TikTok. Just kidding. We love our TikTokers. It's just a different world over there. Okay. There's surprisingly a lot of comments, questions over there. Okay. So these are $3.50 per portion, y'all. I'm going to have to jam. Get up there and get that baby. She's the most chill baby. She just rolls. Because I know if she wakes up, she literally, even when she wakes up, she doesn't sit there and cry. She wakes up and just sits there and plays in her crib. So I don't have to stress about like being there the minute she wakes up. She don't care. She doesn't like yell for us or anything. She wakes up and you just hear her talking to herself. And then eventually, like I'll finish making my sandwich or something, and then I'll go. Yeah. She's like, oh hi. She's the best. In the morning, she's just like da da da. I can't see any comments above. I can see one comment at a time. I can't even see who said that comment. The way the system shifted our live platform, we can see like one line. I can see half of the words that say, I can know that it says see my comment above because I can read that. I can see half the words, but all I can see is above resin glass. Yeah, it's really stupid. I'm working on changing platforms. I have a whole new system for lives, which will change when we go to California. It's a whole new technical system that I've been learning. But I'm like, it's kind of pointless for me to set this whole thing. I mean, it's like a monitor screen with multiple cameras, and it's this big crazy thing. But I'm like, I'm not going to bother setting it up here. When I get over to California, we're going to set the whole studio up totally different. They're glass. Today's mix is glass. Yesterday's mix is resin. Today's itty bitties is glass, the one that we just did all the jewel tone colors, and yesterday's neon is resin. Okay. All right, you guys, thank you for hanging out. I will see you guys later. It's time for me to go back to mom mode. All right. Bye, guys. Thank you guys for hanging out.